Welcome to what may have been the most disturbing of all pre-show chats that we've ever had. We have talked about prepped for a certain exam, and the prepping for this exam requires you to be in the restroom for an extended amount of time, and the possibility that you could be on this show just muting yourself and just from the waist down, not being on screen. And welcome to Old Gray Bricks.
Cool, I dropped my phone.
You just said stream too. I just want to point out.
Oh, that's off camera too.
We've had more disturbing conversations than that. Come on.
That's true. We have.
Yeah. What about the whole convention but guy with the body odor? I mean, that was pretty disturbing.
That was the best.
I'll just say I'm glad I wasn't in that vehicle with.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it also is not the only convention we've been to with somebody with body odor, but that's just the nature of the beast. You know, you can either do con crud or smelly guy in bowling shirt with Transformers on it. You get a little bit of both of that at convention. So, you know, anyway, welcome everybody. Let's see who's in the chat, who is being offended by our talk. Battery Powered Bricks is here. Brick Jedi is here. Brian Anderson is here. Brick Blaze, what up? What up, Brick Blaze? Brick Blaze, are you on after this? Let me know, and we'll slide everybody to your show afterwards. How are you guys this evening? Okay, everybody good?
Good.
Yeah. It is a week and a half till BrickCon or our Atlanta BrickCon. Do I have things ready or packing or anything like that?
Probably not.
No, I'm not.
Hey, Jeff's guest bed is now being cleared of abandoned Lego projects. So, and you could walk all the way around the guest bed and not trip over any Lego. It's amazing. So.
Is there like a path? Is there like a Lego path?
No, it's actually I emptied out the floor, which had stacks of like used assembly manuals from sets, and the cats came up and they're all like lounging around like, oh, look at all this open space on the floor.
Space.
Too much space. All right. Brick Blaze is going live in 28 minutes, halfway through our show. You know, you do your thing. That's fine.
Don't go until we're done, though.
That's right. We may be done by now. So anyway, I have spent the last hour chewing out Amazon Prime delivery until the guy was like, thank you, we can't help you anymore, and hung up. I mean, literally closed the chat and put the feedback box up for me to put 1 star on everything there. So it was a new experience for me. It was nice. But sometimes I find myself being a pain in the butt to Amazon, but it's fine. Right? It's fine, right? Okay.
Good.
I didn't know they made the 2x4 brick with axle holes in purple, dark purple.
That's still a hard. Like, I don't have a lot of those to begin with. It's kind of a rare piece these as well.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
And those I know will be mega useful, but I know when I get them, I will not remember what they would be mega useful for. There's when a new piece comes out, I'm like, man, I wish I'd had that when I was building so and so. And then when I'm building something new, I forget, and I don't know if I need it or not. So anyway, but yeah, those are mega useful. Captain Xavier, you look almost sleepy. What's up in your world?
I just woke up from a nap because I'm an old man.
Yeah.
Don't fall asleep on camera.
I make no promises. You're just lucky I'm not somewhere as comfortable as that tent in Friesland. What's going on in my world? Well, Messy Monday is very fitting. My workbench is a mess. I recently got a long, outstanding Lego pick-a-brick order in. It had loads of stuff. And then a friend came by Friday and gave me a random box of Lego for my birthday. Most of it was nothing terribly interesting, but I did get one cool, rare, vintage part.
Ooh.
The Black Sword.
Is that
Ooh.
rare?
It only came in one set.
Huh.
It came in the I knew what set it was. The armory. The armory that expanded the old gray castles.
Okay, yes, with the
That was
blacksmith.
the only set that I could find any documentation for that came with a black sword. It was clipped to the chimney in the blacksmith shop in the armory.
And that came with the blacksmith, right?
Yeah.
Which also has some rare pieces to it that only came in that set.
Did it?
Yeah, I think his
The red roof pieces were fairly rare.
no his cape. His cape in brown, I think, is unique to that set. I think.
Oh.
Let me go double check while I'm thinking about it.
Oh, hi, Dana.
Hello,
It is
all.
not in my poster. I'd have to. Yeah, go look that up because I know it's rare. Because I know I didn't have one growing up, and I don't know that I have any in my collection already.
Because I
and
actually
it's in-
thought that in a bulk buy that I got, that I had the makings for the blacksmith shop in there because I had, I found the figure minus his apron, but so once I realized I didn't have his apron and it was like ridiculously expensive, I was like, oh, I'm not going to bother trying to repart it together. Let's see, brown mini figure cape plastic.
Yeah, that one sounds pretty nice.
If it's
It
brown,
came only in the blacksmith shop. And goes where actually it's not that ridiculously pricey. Most people are trying to sell it for around an average of $11 for that little brown cape. Interestingly enough. But now you got me curious about that sword too. So
Yeah. They had it. They had it looked at two different ways in Bricklink because there was the part, and then the part A was the older version that didn't have the little dimple on the crossguard.
well, that's all going to be done away with.
well, this is interesting because this particular one doesn't show that it has it. I'm digging further. Hold on.
All right.
Even we might not be talking about the same set.
We might not be. I might be talking about the one blacksmith shop, and you're talking about another one.
Yeah, which
Well,
black-
you're talking about the wall one.
the one that had a wall section on the back of it that just
And just the
connected to
chimney.
the big
Yeah,
gray castles.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what I was looking at.
Had a red chimney.
yeah. So
Maybe I'm talking about the armory then.
So I gotta. All right, maybe I'm looking at the wrong.
There's the blacksmith shop and there's an armory that were both expansion sets, and I don't remember which one it was because I just.
So that's not the sword with the little balls on the end.
What?
That sword. Can you show me? I'm
Oh,
sorry, Captain Xavier. Can you show me your sword again?
Oh,
Let me just
God.
whip
And
it
the
out
two
here.
and the two little balls.
There's one that might show up better on camera.
All right, so it does have the ball at the end.
Yeah. I'm looking up further, but I don't have a laptop up here anymore because I took it downstairs.
I am glad you mentioned that though, because I'm putting the figures on my castle, and I have that black sword sitting right at the front on the saddle of the guy.
Well, there you are then.
I think I'm going to be moving that guy out or taking the sword out completely.
So there are people who have. Wait. So there is two different versions of the sword. So maybe there's a polished and an unpolished version. The polished version has it in black, and it was the armor shop versus the blacksmith shop.
Yeah, there you go.
About two different sets.
There we go. Yeah. They were both expansion sets for the old Great Castle. I just remember which one was which.
But they are both
Simon
expansions.
New is here.
And as Simon says, happy belated birthday.
Hey, Simon.
There's an updated
Who's-
version for that
who's-
gift, by the
Whose
way.
birthday? My birthday is until later this week. The guy gave me the present early.
Oh, so it's happy early birthday then.
Is it your birthday to go get your colonoscopy? Because we talked about that pre-show. But anyway,
Yeah, and I'm actually gonna have to reschedule mine.
Which
Well,
we're gonna wait till
that's
after con.
I'll find out tomorrow. I got to call tomorrow to reschedule. I was gonna do it this afternoon, and then I got hung up on a couple other calls. So
Oh, you got it hung up. I was like, what? You got what hung up? I was like, ow.
they hung-
Con. Oh, not that con.
I got stuck on. Never mind.
Oh,
Franks and beans.
Hello, everybody. By the way, happy
hello.
Monday.
Welcome. All right, let's go. Captain, is there anything else up in your world that you want to talk about, or are you going to?
Yeah, I got nothing. Nothing.
You got nothing? Great.
Nothing.
Not great, but okay. Let's talk to Steve. Steve, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
You always go to me early.
It's because you're
Okay.
newer.
Fresh meat.
Fresh meat.
I don't have a whole lot to talk about. I got a lot done with more of my Spider-Verse mock, and I'm working on the interior now. Interior is kind of boring, so I don't really know. I'll field any questions you have.
What is the fastest land animal?
Cheetah.
The cheetah. And if you watched Airplane, that would have come in tone to the movie Cheetah. But anyway, go ahead.
I don't really have much to talk about. I'm kind of boring this week. I feel like I'm just talking about the same stuff over and over. You
That's
know?
okay. That's usually what Chris does too. So
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, he orders Pop Tarts every week.
I'll show you. Move my chair a little bit. Whoa! So I got all the pink stuff done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's about it.
baby
Really
step.
cool. Pretty happy with what I got going on though.
That's cool. How many buildings are going to be like slantways and sideways and snosberry ways?
There's gonna be two going that way, and then one large one in the middle, which I'm working on right now. Working on some of the interior stuff. Trying to build a very large desk. So
Oh, look! We have another guest. It's Emily.
Hey, I know.
Hello.
Hey, friends.
How are ya?
I'm good. I got the call to the email, and I texted Chris and I was like, is this for real, or did you accidentally send this to me? And
You
he's
know
like,
you are always welcome to come and chit chat with
well,
us.
now I'm here.
Yeah,
I
you
was
you
just
can drop
sorting,
us a
crap out of
donkey
you.
somewhere along the way.
put
Even better.
donkadonks,
Even better.
you know I do.
Golly, I don't have that loaded up. So anyway, but
You
it does
guys?
fit in with our previous conversation. Oddly enough.
We have to work badonkadonk into every conversation at this point in time, right?
If at all humanly possible. If at all,
Yeah, that's true.
How's everyone doing?
Last week the word was moist. Today
Oh.
it's badonkadonk. So
Perfect.
I like moist. I don't know what's people's problem with it.
It's just a word to me. If you don't mix it with other things like moist blank, then I think you're okay.
Cake, okay. Everything else, bad. So
Yeah. So, how's everyone been? You guys look so handsome.
you are
Aw.
definitely needing a new prescription. Definitely needing.
That is
That's
true.
right.
Whoa.
Oh, that's bad. Never mind. Just put the woo.
Wow.
This is like in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs when she puts the glasses on and he goes from looking really handsome to his hair going. "Whoop."
That's amazing.
Chat to Zoom was fun in a recent stream. Can we clone it? Yeah, you don't want to clone this. You don't. I can run amok in chat though. That'll be just fine. But anyway, well, let's go and just check in, Emily. What is up in your world?
Oh, just same old. I've been doing some mixing like home decor and Lego together to try to like make it more for everyday people who aren't like massive Lego fans that they might want to put on their wall. So I have one of those coming out that I'm going to be showing people. So that's exciting. It uses like one of these wall, people like put these on their walls, but then I've integrated Lego flowers into it. So we'll see how that looks.
Cool.
Yeah. And then I'm just building, but not, you guys, I'm not mocking right now. I have no more brain for mock anymore. It's gone.
Every so often, you need to take a break.
I think it was just like the pressure of being on the clock and like you have to instantly come up with things. I'm like, now I don't even know what I like anymore. I'm like, do I even like that?
It will all come back. It will all come back.
So it'll come back one day. But I'm like, I have all these conventions I'm going to this year, and I want to bring something.
Well, bring something small because then it's easier to transport. Because
Are you coming to Atlanta?
I'm not actually. I already had some other things scheduled. I have some openings of some bricks and minifigs. I know. So what? Dang right. Dang right. So
Fudgesicle.
yep, that's about it. I wanted to build a Super Smash Bros. Build, and I started working on Mario like months and months ago. There's his Padonkadonk. I didn't have it in both the right colors, so it's just like that to map out. So I wanted to do that, but I'm like, oh, I don't know if I have it in me right now. I do like the way
something happened to his pants.
He does. No, he wears overalls.
I know at the back of his pants.
Yeah, he had an accident.
He sat on a flat.
Yeah. I do like the way his shoes are kind of, but I don't like the top of them. But I love that bottom. I think that looks super shoe-like. But
I like it.
Should write Emily on the bottom of it.
yeah, that'd be cute. I don't like the front side. I don't like that it's not connecting. But I don't know. This was my very first like rough draft, like a couple hours looking at it. That's it. So we'll see.
Cool.
Off to a good start.
It's a patch pocket. Yes. That's what it's not poopies. It's a pocket pad. He ripped his pants. His Padunkadunk was so big his pants just ripped, so he just patched them right up.
Well, Dana has to go get a procedure soon, and that is going to be the same problems, I think.
You're
True. It's
patching your
more of an exploratory.
Oh, I know all about those. Adventure awaits for everyone.
Ironically, I referred to it as my adventure. That's exactly how I referred to it today.
Well, my dad, and I'm starting to get that age as my dad, he had to have the scope done on one end and at the other. And I just remember my dad go, "Hey, bro," to the doctor. He go, "Hey, doc, don't be shaking hands in there." So
he's like, "My eyes are up here."
That's right.
Been there and done that.
Mm-hmm.
This is old gray brick, so I mean, at this point, I'm sure most of us have, huh?
If you're watching this show, it might be time to schedule your colonoscopy.
That's a right.
I think you guys should start doing like a Bob Barker type thing at the end of podcast. Be like, not spit her, but check yourself. Greetings.
This is our chance for sponsorship.
Yeah, you might not be sponsored by Lego, but
Old Gray Bricks brought to you by Cologuard.
Yeah, well, and as a testicular cancer survivor, I have approached the folks at the Great Ball Contraption at every convention going, "Can we do some sponsorship here?" And I get refused every time.
They don't understand the potential.
they don't know what they're missing.
Yeah.
No.
Or no, they do know it. He's
Ooh.
Hey.
okay, Zippy.
That's awesome.
Well, let me just say, as uncomfortable as the exam that you've done, the exam that I have to have done to scan things was much more uncomfortable. I'm just going to tell you, there's a nurse I cannot look in the eye in Rome, Georgia. I'm just going to tell you right now.
Until you've had your flea knockers smashed between two plates, I don't want to hear you complain.
Nice usage.
That's fair.
Excellent usage. Excellent usage.
Well, let's see. Warm gel and a scanner. Okay. Anyway.
How much did you have to pay for that experience?
In Vegas? A lot. My insurance covered it for me.
Well, that's good
Normally you got to pay
insurance.
double for that.
Yeah. That's right. All right. Let's move on, Jeff. Matt, you're right next in line. I'm just going to go up the thing. How are you, Matt? How are you, sir?
Good. We're debuting the new hat. So today's username is Spacicle. So we got the shuttle in the form of a classic popsicle design, and I'm a big fan. So wearing the Clink Room hat today. This was a fan designed hat. The great sort continues. We are in the midst of the shades of purple today. So we've been shorting. Not the other word. We've been sorting down in front of the TV, and as longtime viewers will know, this is a Lego channel that on Mondays occasionally dabbles into movie reviews. And so at our house, we've been going through and watching critically acclaimed movies of the 70s that we've never seen before. And so last night, while I was sorting, it was The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, which I'd never seen before.
I haven't even heard of that.
And it's about a hijacking of a New York subway car. And I have to say, I give it 2 thumbs up. Like, the ending was one of the most unique endings I have ever seen in a film, which usually when something was done unique 50 years ago, it's been copied ad nauseum by other films. I don't think I've ever seen a film end the way this one ended. Won't give it away. So if you watch it, and it's got the great Walter Matthau in it. So, if you like some of these older movies, we've been going through, we watched Raging Bull, and we watched, what was the other one? My husband had never seen Raging Bull, so we watched that. But some of these movies, I'll say one of the things that really stands out is some of the soundtracks either age well or age very poorly. So I would say with the Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, that soundtrack sounded like it was 1970s trying too hard to be all modern. But overall, I like the movie. So I don't really have a lot of Lego to report on. So I'm giving you my movie review.
That's okay. We can shift.
That's about it. As I mentioned, the guest room is now Van Winden ready. So we got that cleared out, and I have a big old stack of instructions with barcodes that need to be scanned. I don't want to even think about how many math problems I'm going to have to solve to scan each one of those.
The trick with that is uninstall the Lego building instruction app on your phone, and then it'll go right to Lego's website where they don't ask you those questions. There's a survey you can just scroll down to skip, though.
I don't think I ever installed it on my iPad, so maybe I should do it on the iPad then.
Yeah, try that, or just leave them in the room, and I'll take care of them for you.
Is that still going on? You can still scan your barcodes?
Oh, forever.
I assume so.
Yeah,
Forever?
forever and ever.
Oh, it's like I just thought it was like a one time, like they were trying to get a feel of how many people actually keep instructions.
No, actually, from when I talked to our local manager, the part of, maybe not necessarily the complete mindset behind it, was that not everyone lives near a Lego retail store. And so it's difficult for people, unless they do shop at home, there are other different ways of getting points. So they can, if you buy your sets at Target or Walmart or whatever, you can still scan your instructions to gain VIP points.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Okay, that makes sense. I always was wondering why they were doing them. I'm like, they're trying to figure out which AFOLs spend the most and who they can market their.
Oh, they're already been tracking that for a long time.
That's probably what they're really doing, but they're just kind of like sugarcoating it so as you can get like a few points.
It makes it sound better. Like, we're tracking every ounce that you do, but you get 20 points in return.
Yeah. But if you have a VIP account, which you need to scan these things anyways, they already
know what they're targeting you to.
Yeah, but they don't have your sales from everywhere else, just from Lego.com. So
that's
I mean, I scanned all mine, and I got a lot of points.
I did too.
It felt real nice. It took me a whole day, but it felt real nice.
Don't you feel ripped off though when you open up a box and it doesn't have a barcode on the instruction? It's like, bah!
Yeah.
What year? Do we know what year they started barcoding? Because I have lots of. What's that?
2018 is when they started.
Yeah, 2018. Okay. That's what I have found as well.
5 years worth of years, though. That's not a bad number.
But not every one of them had it.
Okay.
Well,
it was originally there for
even current sets don't always have them.
Agreed.
Some Brickhead sets don't. There was a Dream set. The one that was the Lego store exclusive, the little houses, the little huts, that did not have a scan code on its instructions.
Really?
Which
Why
is
would they do that?
Yep.
Because it's
These ones
free.
don't have it either.
There are certain sets that do and certain sets don't. And polybags never have a scan bar on it.
No.
A QR code.
The other thing that this brings up that's a reoccurring motif on this show is the instruction booklets. So I typically save them for any set that's, let's say, over $200. So anything that's like a modular or a larger set, I just save it. Partly because this guy drops things that have been built and needs to rebuild them, and so I'm like, I might need to pull the instructions out. I mean, I know they're on digital, but I don't know how other people manage their back catalog, literally back catalog. So but I've got a couple of those like totes, and I have like one is just Star Wars, and the other one is like buildings and miscellaneous, and so I'm sitting there on the floor with piles of instruction booklets since the last time I tried to tidy this mess up, and trying to make everything fit and categorize them and stuff like that. But it actually was kind of fun to look back. I think the one thing that sort of really stands out with your managing your booklet collection is just how frequently Lego changes the shape of the instruction booklet. It changes a whole lot. And from like in a couple years, like the modulars are pretty much all the same building size in terms of what you're building, but the shape of the modular booklet changes from year to year to year, and it's not always the same. And then you also get situations where you get really big, expensive sets where you get this like mega thick instruction booklet, or maybe 4 of them. And then you get other cases where you drop $200 on a set and you get 5 booklets, and none of them are very big, and they're all different sizes. So like some of the city ones, like the city center, you get 1 booklet for the train, and you get another booklet that's for the machine shop, and each building has a separate booklet. It's almost as though the booklets were designed originally for each sub unit to maybe be an independent sale. And then they were like, we'll fold this into the city center.
Actually, if you stop and think about it from a little kid's perspective of building, or a family building together, that's where they typically will break them up into smaller booklets.
Fair.
That makes sense. Like you give Jerry has that one, Johnny has that, little Susie has that.
It
I've
may
never
work in
thought
some
about that. I
households,
always
but I'm
was so
sure in other
frustrated.
households it might not.
And Jerry's a jerk, so don't give it to Jerry.
Oh, Jerry is the worst.
I save my booklets just in case there's a zombie apocalypse and there's no internet.
Right.
Because in a zombie apocalypse, the first thing you want to do is build Lego. So
Exactly.
The black market on Lego instructions in the apocalypse is going to be out of this world.
Well, I don't go so far as a zombie apocalypse, but I'm a firm believer in the catastrophic solar flare power grid explosions. So that means that we will still not be having to worry about having to fight off zombies, but we will have a lot of downtime during the daylight hours. So yes, instructions.
Eventually the zombies don't become the problem. It's the other people who are still alive. So
always, if there's
so you
anything
can sell
that
them
we've
your
ever learned,
Lego instructions for, SIGs and stuff.
Yeah.
That's why when a family member dies, you tie their shoestrings together on their shoes before they're buried. That way they'll be hilarious as zombies. They'll be hopping around.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Look at that dummy. He can't even walk.
A hopping dead is not as fierce as the walking dead. So
The undead will make themselves known by their peculiar gait.
I am feeling more and more that Aubrey and her family needs to be its own reality TV show.
Oh, I would watch that in a heartbeat.
I'd be in.
Wouldn't you?
100%.
I'm like, watching them rip through instructions would just the ratings would be intense.
The book preservationist inside me winces when I read things like that. And at our house, we have a fierce disagreement about highlighting versus not highlighting in books, because I'm the you never write in the books because it might last
sacred
for past your lifetime, and the next person should be able to read it without being all marked up. And my husband's is over there with the highlighter and the underliner going.
Like, is he reading the Bible? Like, I don't know any other person that highlights any other book than the Bible. Like, what? He's reading Harry Potter and he's like, The Last of Us. Oh, I need to highlight that. Like, what's
The
he
best
highlighting?
of times, the worst of times. I'm gonna remember that.
That's pretty
You haven't-
important. I'm gonna highlight that.
You don't
And
hang out with
Charlie
a lot
went
of
into the chocolate factory.
you don't hang out with a lot of academics apparently, because it's a very common process.
Very
to
academic thing. Yeah.
In
highlight the key
Oh, yeah.
sentence. Highlight the key paragraph in the book, because you might need to find it later.
like, is he reading like self-help books, or are we talking like he's reading like Gone with the Wind or like James and the Giant Peach? Like, what's he reading here?
He's reading math books for fun while watching television.
Of course he is. Okay, yeah. Well, I don't do that.
when he worked at Delta and crunched large data arrays, he would literally be writing equations in the margin of books while watching sitcoms, and I was like, how do you do that? Like,
And you were like, oh my gosh, you're so hot.
I just want you right now.
I hated him, because like when I do math, I have to just focus on the math and nothing else. There can't be music or TV. And he's enjoying the math and enjoying the television show. Like, it's perverted, I tell you. Like, you should not be allowed to
He's
mix those.
highlighting it.
You should not be allowed to have fun with math, let alone have fun with math while watching a TV show. Like, that's just wrong.
I would wanted to have been the guy after him in school who got his chemistry book. I would have traded big time that chemistry book. I'm just saying.
Haley.
Yeah, so you're right.
100%.
He's not highlighting in
Haley.
War and Peace. He's highlighting in like sociology books or a math book or a book
Something
about
that
how
most
to
people would
write.
get a test on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
okay, I kind of get that, but like I'm glad he's not highlighting like, you know, I like green eggs and ham. I like green eggs and ham. Yes, I do.
That would
That
actually
didn't
be
rhyme. That was horrible.
hilarious. That would be hilarious to look at highlighting on that. You know it's funny, and this is very off
Hi,
topic, but
Richard.
people who are like voice actors will do that with scripts of where they want their voice to change. They'll actually do notation on the lines for delivery for something like that. So
I'll even go one further. Most actors will go through a script and
Nerd.
highlight all of their lines so that when they're doing a read through, they don't have to. They can skip over somebody else's lines to get to their own. So
it's almost like they're only paying attention when they get to talk. I mean, kind of like the show.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that. There was a show I was in where I was on stage for literally the entire, other than the intermissions, I was on stage. So when there was a break in the dialogue, yeah, I wasn't paying attention.
Have you heard about that scene where there's a TV scene where one of the comedians had no lines in the scene, but they made him be in the room, and he intentionally stood perfectly still the whole time in the scene. And if you go back and you watch it, you could tell like he's like acting like he's frozen because he has no dialogue.
Was it Jerry from Parks and Rec?
I think it was. Oh my.
Oh, me.
I like it.
Okay, so here's Lego, and we're like all the way off the screen now, but we can come back to Lego.
We started with the organization of our books, and then we got to husband's highlighting. Husband's a nerd. Husband looks super sexy as a nerd. And
Actually,
And then-
we started with
he's taken.
we started with colonoscopy, but we'll move
It always comes back to poop with you, doesn't it?
on. Everything's all about the
Hey, you know what? If it's worked this long, why are we going to change the formula?
That's right.
I mean, look at the huge ratings we get with this stuff. So
huge rating.
We have been
Oh,
averaging close to 30 viewers every episode the last couple
Right?
years.
That actually is good.
That's
I actually have-
awesome.
I actually have 600 subscribers now. Thank you very much.
Woo!
See?
That's
We are
averaging
bringing
200 new
some
ones per year.
sliver of entertainment to the World Wide Web. What can we say?
There we go.
What I need you guys to do one time is let your audience pick a season for every person, winter, spring, summer, fall, and you have 1 hour to create a mock with that season. It can't be more than a 16 by 6. Oh my gosh.
I almost thought I was going to get her to cuss. I was waiting. I was going to say,
I do, but it's a really big bomb that I dropped during those ones. So like a 16 by 16 plate, and it can't be bigger than that. And you guys have to build it while socializing. Yeah.
So, Ellie, do you have like PTSD with just like normal chores, like normal stuff around like your,
No,
your
it
daily
fuels
day?
me now. Now I have Alexa set a timer and scream at me if I don't get to my goal on time.
The only thing we have to
Fuels
do with
me.
this contest is Mark has to talk because he builds during the show all the time, and he just like he's like lurking quietly in the background. And then after the show is like in, he holds it up and he's like, "Look, I built this entire thing while the rest of you were talking."
Of course.
See, he's mumbling and muttering at this little train motor that he's been trying to get to work. And anyway,
I think he mutes himself 90% of these episodes.
It's well, I mean, part of it is because of where my mic is on my desk. You guys don't want to hear all the like clattering and stuff. And
Why not? Jeff does it all the time.
What?
yeah, well, and Matthew, especially with his containers that snap open and snap closed and all of that. But yeah, I try to hit mute when I'm busy, like, digging in parts and bricks and stuff.
There's
So, yeah,
actually one person on here I've never met in my whole life, Captain Xavier. I've never met you before. Hi, I'm Emily. I'm assuming your name is Xavier?
No, actually.
No,
He's Captain. Captain's his first name.
Captain. Okay.
No, Captain Xavier is a handle of sorts I've used for years. That's what my YouTube channel is. My real name is Chalo,
Chalo.
which is why I go by Xavier.
Yeah.
I have made a boat.
So true story. I was looking up something because somebody was asking about Captain Xavier, and they were like, "Do you have his email address to get in touch with him?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." And I'm going through my email trying to look for his email, and I'm like, "Nope, it's not Xavier." Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Somebody did recently reach out to me about something. Lego, did you rat me out? Was that you?
It's possible. It's entirely possible.
Are you an Atlantean as well?
No, I'm in the Pacific Northwest. I'm in Washington.
Make it
Okay,
sound like he's
Washington.
An Aquaman.
I
Washington.
am far away from these men. They keep inviting me to Atlanta, but I've been to Georgia once, and that was once too many.
How close are you to Seattle?
About an hour and a half south.
Okay, not bad. Cool.
I'm halfway between Olympia and Portland, out in the middle of
It's
nowhere.
very nice to meet you, Captain
Nice to meet you.
Xavier.
he is large in the Nerf world. He has so
Yeah.
many Nerfs.
That's where my primary. So I've been
Like
doing
Nerf-
Lego a lot
like
longer than I've been doing
Nerf guns? Like
Yes.
Nerf hurting. Nerf hurting.
Nerf hurting,
And,
Nerf guns. Yeah, I modify Nerf guns. I make YouTube videos about how.
Matt,
I
you
modify
can't
Nerf
tease me
guns.
because I'm believing that. And so
Oh,
now
no,
I
no,
don't know.
We are not leading you astray on this one. This is legit.
Very-
Okay, so
Very legit.
like the little rubber bullets that go all over my house that I rip apart because my kids leave them everywhere and I can't stand them, but I love the energy behind them.
Oh
Nerf
yeah.
gun.
Yeah, but mine hold like 2,000 rounds and fire 20 rounds a second from a minigun and have rocket launchers and stuff like
I
that.
feel like I would like that a lot.
Yeah.
Well, if your kids follow Nerf or anybody on YouTube about Nerf, they have probably run across Captain Xavier. So
It's true.
I'm gonna look
at
it up
one
right
point, I
now.
discovered my cousins watched my channel and didn't know who I was. They got
He
a
often-
massive box of Nerf that Christmas, and it was fabulous.
he often gets invited to Europe and sleeps in tents. So
I have slept in tents in Europe. I've traveled around Europe doing Nerf. I've been on the Discovery Channel. I've been on Vice News. I've been on all kinds of stuff.
Neat.
Which I
Oh,
was
you're
that
like
famous
the
in
you're
Lego,
like
but
the real deal.
Which
for
Vice
Nerf,
got you
yeah,
on the
for
news?
Lego, nobody knows who I am.
Yeah, he
Which
comes
Vice
and
got
slugs
you
with
on the
us.
Vice News?
Although he does get very nautical and talks about the ships of the gun and stuff like that, which usually confuses most of our viewers and most of the people who actually are on the panel.
Did you just say ships of the gun?
Or ships of the line. I'm sorry.
That's the word.
There we go.
Yes.
Ships of the line. See how very unnautical I am? I'm so
You're
Midwestern.
Subnautica.
I just
Yeah,
thought you were
land
saying
lover.
shits.
My
So-
biggest Lego builds are a Napoleonic war fleet that a friend and I built. So I have a 104 gun ship of the line, a 74 gun ship of the line.
There we go. That was
Yeah.
was the audio bite I was looking
Yeah,
for.
yeah. The number of guns. Yeah.
So
The
back in the day, you know
blingening?
that we you know that we say space and castle all the time, and then there was somebody who got aggravated and making fun of us and started calling out boats because that was one of the other themes. Well, now we have Captain Xavier to fill that role. He is boats.
Ships.
So,
But,
I got a little boat.
Wouldn't it be a ship, not a boat?
Boats, boats, boats.
boats. Sure.
I don't know. I was recently watching Fubar, and Arnold Schwarzenegger kept saying, "It's a ship, not a boat." So I don't know.
Captain Xavier, is your stuff PG on YouTube? Like, could I put this on for my children?
Absolutely.
I mean, my kids hear me on the daily, so it's like PG-13 is appropriate for them a little bit.
It's fully PG. In fact, it's probably G when you get right down to it. Other than the fact that I'm teaching them how to make their Nerf blasters twice as powerful.
Nick was boats.
I'm like kind of obsessed with you, actually. This is super cool.
Emily's going to be watching another YouTube show while we're on.
She won't be the first.
One of my videos because you'll hear Carmina Bernana at the beginning of the song, at the beginning of the video.
Awesome. All right, let's go. Jeff Benwin has been waiting patiently. He wants to bring us back to
what do you got?
To Lego.
Life.
You're muted, sir.
Well, how long have I been muted?
The whole time.
The entire night. I thought you were just being quiet.
No, I was being quiet, but I didn't realize I was muted. I looked a few times. I don't know how to I don't know how to follow that crap. Honestly, I use the term crap because that's going back to the original topic of conversation.
It all circles back.
Yeah, pretty much. I am doing okay. I've got the castle set up here, or the jousting area set up, because I'm trying to put it into boxes that will fit 48 base plates, so I can just basically hopefully bring it over to Atlanta BrickCon and not have to set up all the figures again. Hopefully, we'll see.
Are you coming in a large vehicle?
Well, I'm coming in my car with a trailer. Yes, I'm
Okay.
bringing the castle, so I kind of have to. I just booked my hotel. I'm stopping in Cincinnati area on my way down on Tuesday. I'll be there a day earlier too. Coming in Wednesday evening or afternoon, evening. Just because I had the extra day, I could use it, or I could take it, and then I won't have to rush to get to Atlanta BrickCon by 2:00 in the afternoon, and basically make my drive a little bit less hectic, shall we say. But yeah, I've done that. I'm not sure which way I'm heading back yet. Going back home, I might go up through North Carolina or through Charlotte and back north. But I haven't booked that stuff yet. But anyway, beside the point. So yeah, mostly packed. I'd say about 60-70% packed. I've got all the big castle pieces upstairs back in their bins, because the bins are big enough. I literally can't carry them up the stairs because they're 30, 40, 50 pounds per bin, and they're the big, massive. You guys have seen them. So I've got to carry the other 9 smaller bins up, but I've got time for that this week. Yeah, like I said, not really much in the building world, just setting up the display, getting stuff done. Yeah, that's about it.
None of us are like panic building for the convention. Have you noticed that? I'm not panic building.
No,
I'm going to panic pack, but not panic building.
I actually try to keep something in mind that Moto said at some point in time. Don't build for a show. Bring what you have, so you don't get stressed out about it. So even though that doesn't mean that I didn't build things specifically for this show, and that I'm still building something for the show, I didn't overcommit myself as I usually do. So
I think that's when your best work happens, when you're scared.
Well,
You're
it
just
can. It can, but in Lego, the problem can be that you might not have the pieces you need. I'm waiting for 72 8x8 tan plates to expand this monstrosity behind me because I ran out of bricks. Which is the only reason I'm not building, is because I'm waiting.
I mean, if it's not a core piece, though, sometimes the lack of a parts can cause ingenuity. The necessity is the mother of innovation.
Or laziness, as I always refer to it as.
Panic. I feel like I'm bringing the things that I bring, and a few things are new. I'm excited to have a ship on the Friendship Timber table. That's a new ship and everything. but I feel like, I've got new stuff, but I don't feel like I've got a ton of new stuff. So I'm not super motivated. I'm like, yeah, I'll just grab that bin and throw it down on the table. It'll be fine.
Last show, did you have all of your X ships done, the different models?
The
Lightyear ships?
Are you talking about the Lightyear ships? No, that'll be something new. So
that's, you finished that quite some time ago, but it'll be new for the show.
Yeah, I'll have those, and I'll have I've got a few number of bounty hunter ships from Star Wars that I've just kind of snuck around and built. And there's a lot of smaller things, and I'm probably going to bring the multicolored ships out one more time and fill that table with everything. They're going to take some repair on site, so I'll just sit there with the phone out, headphones down, and just build on those things. But Moonbase seems like it's going to be a little bit easier to do since it seems a smaller event, and that part should be easy to slide things in and make it done. So I'm cool with that. I think we'll make it. It'll still look good. Look really.
Could try to get Shannon to help you set up those large ships.
No, Shannon can go all the way over to the other side of the thing. So the funny thing is, I don't know how it's going to be. My tables that are my personal tables are right by the ramp in. So these are going to be like bitter cold, or like everybody's going to be like, "Hey man, what's up?" I'm like, "Shut up, I'm building."
It's not going to be cold. I'm breaking the shorts out for the show. It's not going to be cold.
Well, you would put shorts on if it was 30. 10. I don't know what that is in Canadian, but
well, it's basically high 60s, I think.
Oh, that's not bad. That's a good.
That's what the long-term forecast is showing. I believe it's high 60s. So
I would not be surprised if they will have to crank on the AC again this year.
Oh yeah, during the show itself.
Yeah, absolutely.
60 is a good temperature for carrying things around and picking up and setting down things. So that's
what Nick just
we had bitter cold, and then it was when the doors were open last year, and then they shut the doors, and it was like sauna hot when all the crowd got in there. It was no wonder we probably all were about to get the flu and everything anyway. So hopefully that's a little better this year. Looking at my weather app. Let's go to Mr. Are you done, Mr. Canadian? Did you talk about all your things?
Yeah, I'm going to bring my Starcom mocks that I've built so far, but I don't actually have a space to I didn't register them.
Space. So you can drop them on my table.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I could drop them somewhere, and that's the only new thing really that I built that will be coming. Part of it also is I just don't know what to build. Like I have a list of stuff I want to build, and it's like don't know what I want to actually build for shows. So, and Nick, no, oh wait, did Nick remove his? Oh yeah, it's still there.
On Speedos, Dujude's in the chat. I see that. I don't know, Dujude, if you guys are you guys coming to ABC? I hope you are. It'd be good to hang out and everything. And hey, Jeff, are you? The castle, is this its last ride to a convention, or what's the deal?
Probably down south, yeah. I don't know. Usually I would take something apart if I want to build something bigger and better, and I don't think I can do that with the castle. Like I think I've hit peak castle. So I might expand it, but that's just going to take longer to set up. So
I didn't know if you were disassembling it after this or whatever, because there are certain roads that could assist you on your way back home of disassembling.
Yeah, this is true. That's my biggest worry.
Indiana? 95 disassemble.
All right, let's see, Mr. Sandlin, how are you?
Hello.
I
am abandoning the powered monkey rail.
No
thing.
No.
Your mom's a monkey rail.
What?
This is just too big of a chunk of crap to work and fit on the City of Lanterns work.
No,
it doesn't work. I would have to rebuild all of City of Lanterns to make room for this thing to go around it, and I'm not going to do that. So, the end. Part of it is just the fussiness of the roller coaster track and everything involved with it. It's the roller coaster track is really difficult to work around if you're trying to build anything that isn't just like a little roller coaster car. If you try to put anything else on there, it just is really just hard to work around. It's just fussy and difficult. So
It's no monorail.
No.
yeah, it's not. Curse you, Lego. Anywho, that's all I've done really right now because we spent all weekend at Trains in Kennesaw, Georgia, doing a luck display. And I displayed my one city building that I've built. And thank you, Nick. And so yeah, I haven't done any actual other Lego building in the last couple of weeks because did all that stuff. I don't have anything new to show at Atlanta BrickCon, but I'm bringing a bunch of stuff for the moon base, and I got my box of spaceships over here, and I've got stuff. Oh, actually, that's not entirely true because I have my Trauma Team AVs that will fly in and be parked on the landing pad that is attached to Simon's building over in New Hashima. So I do have something new. Just
Good.
Little ships to put on Simon's display.
That's awesome. I was hoping Meredith would come tonight. I know she's still some recovered and stuff. Are we going to lay even money that they're going to get New Hashima finished before Saturday? I mean, I think it's going to be close, right?
I don't know because from what I heard, the one in Chicago took a long time to finish because someone who had part of the base of it didn't show up until very late.
Yeah.
And that made everything else late.
Yeah, I think so.
I actually think that Chicago or Atlanta will probably go together pretty quickly.
And they've learned a lot. Yeah.
But it's a totally different build, right? Like it's changing every time. So
Well, but there's only so many portions that are actually new for Atlanta. You got to remember that the core is still Stefan, and
Yeah.
Stefan's been doing what he's been doing for 4 years, 3 years at least. So,
is it actually a rectangular build or has it got some shape to it?
oh no, it's not a rectangle. It's like a triangle. The way it, like the center
Okay.
portion's a big triangle, and then there's offshoots from it.
Okay, so it's similar to Chicago then. from that
Similar design to Chicago in general.
Okay.
This show is sponsored by Stanley. And
She's muted.
Really? I made sure I was muted and everything, just peacefully drinking my drink in the corner.
But you were being so basic by having a Stanley, so
It's
it had to
actually not a Stanley. It's actually not a Stanley. It's
Oh,
a
it's not a
company.
swig. It's
It's a company in Utah that does okay. So born and raised in Utah, not a lot of drinkers out there, so they have these soda shops that you can get like soda with mix-ins, and it's called Swig. And let me drink in peace.
I will say that I did enjoy your
I'd much rather have
video.
a Swig mug than a Stanley mug.
It's not like she's already been on a show where cameras were.
There we go. That's the better mug right there. She broke out the drill, put a hole in that thing. That was quality content right there.
Nice. That's good right there.
Quality
Hey,
content.
I got more comments on that about not using a drill bit and that the plastic's gonna kill me. And I was like, listen, people, I drink 3 Red Bulls a day. I'm literally eating this
Just
candy,
3.
this candy, and Ritz crackers while we're on this stream. Like, I think this little bit of water I'm drinking out of this plastic is going to be just fine in my life.
The 3 Red
And
Bulls
if
makes a lot of
not,
sense. now.
Dana's got a test that you can take later to find out.
Yes. Let me know how it goes.
Don't mix the cups up.
Oh, don't mix the cups.
Mm. Oh me. All right, let's check
If I
in with
don't
Dana.
mute, then it's this.
It's fine. I'm drinking out of a Guardians Galaxy 2 cup that I've had for forever, so it's okay.
You had me with the extension swizzle straw.
Like
right.
I said a moment ago, the 3 Red Bulls makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah.
Oh no, the 3 Red Bulls.
Red
I mean,
Bulls,
that
I'm
just
like,
answered so many questions. So,
You guys,
She's so
Questions I didn't even
subdued. I
have.
can't believe it.
it answered them.
I don't need the Red Bull to have this much energy. This is just natural.
Then why the Red Bull?
Oh, I
enjoy
like
it for
the taste
taste.
of it.
To calm her
Yeah.
down.
Balances it
counteract.
out.
Here's the thing: I could drink a Red Bull and go to bed 30 minutes later. You have to understand, y'all are a little bit older than me.
Yeah, we can't do that. I can't drink a Mountain Dew before bed because I would stay up, and then when I finally would fall asleep, I would have to pee. So I can't do that.
All of these things.
I don't
Again,
really
make sure you
think
drink
being
out of the
called
right-
a hardy woman is ever been a compliment to any woman in the history of women.
Yeah, Rich, I'm going to just not
I don't
highlight
think-
that comment at all.
I don't think Rich understands what hardy.
Well, he said that was hearty with HEART versus HARDY. That would be a completely different scenario.
Okay, maybe. Okay, hearty means like, okay, all right, Richard, I'll give you a chance, but also
Rich, I just saved you.
Saved by a typo, I think. Rescued by a synonym.
yeah, it's like the Who's.
Oh, jeez.
I'm
it
actually
is.
See, it's just like yeah, misspell.
Yeah, he's also John Denver, so you know.
Yeah, that's right.
I thought
if you
the-
ever seen him at a convention, he looks similar to this. So, just feel free to.
I thought Hardy was a modifier only reserved for suits.
What?
Like it's a Hardy
Oh.
suit.
He's
That
just
has never been a comment. A hardy woman is like Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh, okay.
You're right.
Like that then be right there, that woman right there, that be some kind of hardy woman right there. She's gonna cook you up some fried chicken because she's real hardy, man. That,
If you remember Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, her last baby came out sideways. She didn't scream or nothing. That's what.
Okay, but you're saying fried chicken like there's something wrong with that.
no, I love me some fried chicken as well because I'm a hardy woman.
My grandmother had a sign in her kitchen that said, "Kissing don't last, but cooking do."
My mom had a sign in the bathroom that says, "My aim is to keep this bathroom clean. Your aim will help." So,
My
My
says,
mom had the same one.
quality content always.
quality content. All right, Dana, let's go, man. What's going on?
I mean, literally, I think we ended the other episode last Monday at 8:57 when we got to talk to Dana. Again, Nick's like, "All right, Dana, your time, go."
Started the
So
clock.
I actually got to build while we were watching this debacle this evening. And my favorite excitement here, incoming Chonky Cat notice. I did actually build the little cat playground set, so I get my pound cake,
Jealous.
new Chonky Cat, and now I feel the need to build Chonky Cat a mech. So
Ooh.
even though I'm supposed to be building other things while I'm waiting for them, and I think I saw Daniel post in there, I probably could have gotten parts from Atlanta BrickCon company to me quickly, but they're coming from California. They were the cheapest, and even with shipping, it was actually pretty decent. And I had some other pieces that I was missing that they also happen to have. So I like to combine my parts when I'm looking for Bricklink orders to maximize on shipping. But that being said, while I'm waiting for those parts, I might build Pound Cake a mech. So time will tell. And then I also did build, because I am a Dreams fanatic, I did build this little jobby here, which was fun. And I actually think that I'm going to have to incorporate the little Z-blob piece into my baby space display in some sort of crater. And he's coming out, and maybe they're digging up some Z-blobs or something like that. I don't know. I just think it'd be kind of cute. That being said, I do have this thing I got going on over here. That's the front section or the back section of the baby space display. There will be another 4 plates in front of it on the table, because when I asked about the tables, they said they were 30 inches deep. So that is a hardy cat. They said that the tables are 30 inches deep, which ironically is just about the depth of 2 48 by 48 base plates.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got two 48 by 48 base plates, doing a 4 wide. That gives me about 5 feet ish. So I think we're going to be okay for baby space and giving it some background. I don't know if I'll get enough gumption to actually make a baby space sign. I don't know. I got a week and a half, but I got a colonoscopy potentially next week. So who knows, between the gas and other things, time will tell. But that's what I got going on. So I'm working on that. We'll see what happens between now and Thursday.
Okay. All right.
Is the convention the 2nd and the 3rd?
No, it's the 10th and the 11th.
10th and the 11th.
Ooh, I don't have anything those days.
Somebody's getting the fast plane trick or
Come on.
Ooh, I might be making my way self down there in Atlanta down there.
From what I understand, you won't be able to swing a dead animal without hitting somebody from season 4 of Lego Masters. That there's so many people from season 4 coming.
You can
Coming
yell
to
Christopher
Atlanta?
at him. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit. It's
Christopher
becoming.
and, yeah, they're coming.
Christopher and Robert,
It's coming to destination.
Tim will be here.
Aubrey's coming.
Aubrey's coming. Didn't we see?
Guys, all these.
I forget. There's so many. Yeah,
Tim and
there's a
Tim
bunch
are
of people
coming.
Is it? It's Oh, geez, what's his name?
I mean,
now?
I don't care if
Cody
anyone
is-
from season 4 is coming. I care if y'all are coming.
Is Cody
They're
going?
just like,
Lewis is coming.
oh, Lulu's going? Oh, maybe
yeah.
I'll go with him. If his girlfriend's coming, then I can share a room with them. It's weird if they're not, if she doesn't come to share a room with them, because like he has a girlfriend, I'm married. But you know, hi Matt, you're married, but it's a little different, right? Like, hey,
Yeah.
Well,
but he's got a Canadian in his house.
Van
Yeah,
Winden
I've already
has the
got kids
guest
on there.
room, but there is a couch.
Mm.
And Mark and Steven live here. They'll be here from season 2.
Yep.
All that kind of stuff.
Does anybody know if Cody's going?
I think he is.
I
think
would be
so.
so.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I think both. Well, we know Aubrey's coming, so I think Cody's coming too.
Yeah, that was my thought too. If Aubrey
Yeah.
goes, he would be there too. So
Which also makes me wonder if Susan's coming again too.
I'm gonna send Cody a message right now.
Yeah,
Right now, right here on this live here.
he's already got the accent down.
yeah, because
Yeah, I mean, you speak the language, so
Hello, Cody. I'm here with Old Gray Bricks on the YouTubes. And I'm just wondering there, are you going to be going to the Atlantas for the conventions with the Lego builders?
Oh.
Those nerds over there? I'm also
Does
on
anyone
with
else feel like they're having a stroke?
Best Stroke You Bad, if you are.
Aubrey Dowsing.
Aubrey's now Cody's going. All right. No Cody. No Cody. We will have Cody in spirit, though. We will have Cody in spirit.
No rooms in Hazard. Okay, that just proves it. No room. There ain't no more rooms in Hazard County, but Chickasaw right next door, they got a few darn there.
That's right.
Is that
Well,
really
actually,
where it is?
It's actually Hall County is just north of it,
At-
but it will be
Hazard
in
County.
Gwinnett County of all things.
So the opening sequence of the Dukes of Hazzard's TV show is shot in Covington, which is about an hour away from where I live. So if you really want to go see a historic TV site.
And actually, you can even go tour some of the areas where they filmed Deliverance.
And Stranger Things.
I've already been on a
And-
TV set.
and
It
Walking-
wasn't all that great.
Walking Dead was filmed
And-
downtown Atlanta.
Actually,
And
Walking Dead
Hunger
was filmed all
Games-
over Atlanta. Actually,
Hunger
Stranger
Games
Things
was
was filmed
shot
all over
all
Atlanta
over
as
Georgia.
well.
I've been to Kennesaw once
I
before.
live in Kennesaw.
Is
Yeah,
Atlanta
you know what?
like the
I
Vancouver of
live
America?
about 10 minutes from where y'all stayed in Kennesaw, by the way. So
Yes.
Well, you didn't tell me. So
The historic filming location of Lego Masters.
yeah. Oh, Cody womp. Not that. Yeah. Now I sent him a Marco Polo, and now he's on here.
Where are you going in Canada, Cody? Like, are you going to Canada that weekend,
Oh,
or
is he
are you
going to
Canada,
Brick Can?
like for Brick Can, or
Guys,
yeah, we will miss you?
I have something every weekend until the end of March, except that one right there.
Oh, he's going to Brick Can. Okay.
He is going to Brickhan. Emily, it is the what's the nice eloquent way of putting this? It is the burden of being Emily.
No. I mean, Emily chooses. You know how much no I've said this year? so much no.
Well, I mean, because you have to. I mean, because what you said you're already booked every weekend until October, so you had to say no eventually.
Not October.
Or
End of March.
End of March.
You know what would be amazing though is, and I know you do a lot of work with Bricks and Minifigs. If you walked into the Bricks and Minifigs, so my son will be working at that Bricks and Minifigs, and walked in there and smooched him in the face and embarrassed him, he would pee himself.
You know I would smooch him in the face, and that would be. I would be like, "What's your son's name?"
Jacob.
Jacob, how are you? It's been so long. I've missed you so much.
Oh,
that's
don't tell you that film. I would give you $100.
Jake would go stiff as a board. He would just be like,
Careful now.
Yeah.
But you know what the real question would be is if any of the other employees in the room would know who Emily was.
Probably not.
Because Amy and Jamie walked in to our Bricks and Minifigures, and nobody who was working there knew who they were.
No, wait. Not
Your
everybody. My
son
son knew, and he stayed in the back, texting me, going, "I think it's the things." And I'm like,
yeah, but he said, "I think." It's not like he said, "Oh no, they're here." He just said,
Please tell me that your son's nickname is not what was just written in the chat.
He does not go by Cooter. No, he does not.
That's another Dukes of Hazzard joke.
Oh my God.
That does not have the negative connotations you may be thinking.
I mean, I think it does. I think it is what that's called.
Well, you know what? No, I recently saw somebody get blasted on the internet from saying bonk, because in the UK they refer to bonk as fornicating with someone, and that they were chastised for using the word bonk. And I said, that's ridiculous. Because
bonkers.
Exactly. If you want to see bonk somebody in the head, you go ahead and do that all day long, because they are notorious for using things for things that we don't call them, and vice versa. If you called somebody, if you said you slapped somebody in the fanny, they would be like, they wouldn't be referring to the rear of someone. They would be referring to the front of someone. So they're always
we
making
call them
weird
fanny packs here. They call them bum bags.
Yes, and the reason, which totally sounds better. Totally
and
sounds
we call a kind of carpet shag, and it means something completely different.
Exactly.
Cigarettes.
And there's a C word that they use that they call everyone that.
Cooter.
And yeah.
Not a hint of a lie. I grew up in the sprawling metropolis of Cooterville, Idaho.
Stop it.
Hello, Cooter.
I lived pretty close to Beaver, Utah, so.
Well, I live in Cumming, Georgia.
Yeah,
I live in Canada.
I knew somebody was going to say it. So.
Oh my gosh, we are so filthy. I love it.
when we moved to Georgia, I told my wife where I was working and some of the towns around it, and I said, "Well, there's a house I'm going to go look at that we're going to rent. It's in Cumming." And she goes, "Over my dead body, are we living in a town called Cumming?" But now it is the best running joke that we have with all of our friends who don't live here.
Do you still live there currently?
We still live in Cumming.
Wow.
Yes. You know. Here's the joke. You know what's my favorite thing about Alpharetta?
It's
Chris is about to.
Go ahead.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're that close to Cumming.
Oh, see, my favorite thing about Cumming is
this is like I can't be here. You guys.
They almost named Buford Ecstasy because it's so close to Cumming.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Oh.
Fillmore.
Hey, I can I change the subject just for a minute?
Please.
You can try.
I saw Stever in the chat there. Tell him that I have an Old Gray Bricks T-shirt that Small Paul outgrew that we will be happy to give to Ben.
Nice.
That's Steve's son. It's
I
a little
want
worn.
that.
It's a little worn, but it's an official Old Gray Bricks shirt. So we'll I'll bring it to BrickCon and you can hand it off to Ben.
Nick, Matthew actually comes to Cumming for his eye doctor. Just pointing that out.
As Aubrey said, I live near Beaver, and you have to Fillmore first before you can get to Beaver. So you always go Fillmore, and then it just is Beaver right after.
There you go.
it.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Chris. I should never.
I just do it once.
There are T-shirts that say "I heart Cumming." Just saying.
You get me one of those, I'll get you one of mine.
Hey, you guys need to go to Seattle and ride the South Lake Union Transit.
What South?
Slut.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
They also
just-
do that for
just
Salt
go ahead and
Lake,
play it.
Utah.
the burgers.
Salt Lake,
just-
Utah
yeah.
has the same kind. That's amazing. But speaking of changing the subjects for Chris's sake, so he doesn't have a pulmonary embolism right in front of all of us, I would like an Old Gray Bricks T-shirt. How does one go about getting one of those?
You missed 2 episodes ago where we posted links for everything.
No,
of
I
shirts.
did not. I was there talking about T-shirts, and remember, I cut up all my T-shirts and put them on my wall, and so
on-
You have to pass the 3 tests.
I think I already did.
And
I
think there's
already know about
seashells involved.
coming. I'm good.
Festivus, the feats of strength.
The airing of grievances.
Do
Yeah.
I need to do a push-up? Like what do I got to do? What?
I put the link in the thing. I'll put it in the private chat too. For
Oh,
the,
every single one of you. Oh, no, it was just one of you. It just was like so many.
Well, the irony is actually if you Google Old Gray Bricks T-shirt, one of the links will actually pop up for it and take you directly. to it.
I'm very scared of that.
The
No,
3
no, I'm
tests-
serious. No
three-
danger whatsoever.
The 3
This would have normally called for me to do that thing where you send somebody a link where actually you paste what it is that they're supposed to paste into Google, but they click the link and it opens up Google and it pastes it into the search bar for them and hits enter. I loved that.
Yeah.
That was always
The
Yeah, it is
website
the
called
first-
Let Me Google That For You.
yes,
Great.
it was
It
awesome.
is the first return, but I'm actually tempted to buy the Old Gray Brick T-shirt that comes after it, which actually is a kid wearing old gray bricks on his like a brick pattern.
Wait a minute, I gotta go back to my search. I didn't go.
The
Ah,
3
he does.
the 3 trials are this. Click trial 1, add to cart. Trial 2, go to checkout.
That's true. That's
Trial
true.
3, pay with PayPal.
Everything after our shirt is shirts of people wearing that look like brick. Yeah, brick facade shirts
So if someone shows up at Atlanta BrickCon for that or with that,
with a
I
brick
would-
the wrong
facade
old
shirt.
Rick.
Oh, awesome!
oh, and I did buy some Canadian candy today for you guys. Canadian chocolate
Ooh,
bars.
Canadian candy. Canadian candy.
But you have to chew in metric. You have to chew in metric.
Chew in metric.
Well, they're metric sized.
Your mom chews in metric.
Wait, is fun size the same in imperial and in metric?
I don't usually compare sizes, Chris, but
Did you guys just get your $2? Because I just placed the order.
Boom, and went right into Chris's or Mark's
mean,
PayPal
That would
account.
have been Mark's. Yeah,
That's
he's got
Mark,
the old
yeah.
gray brick shirt on his.
The slush fund.
And Chris, your mom is fun size.
Ooh.
Probably so.
Yeah. Yeah. Matt's the only one of you that's allowed to say that for the record. None of y'all can say that. Y'all can't.
Oh dear.
I was tempted to get a flea knocker shirt while I was in there, but I decided that like it's probably weird for a girl to wear it. I don't know.
well, it's definitely weird for
It's
the guy to wear it.
realistically, it's
See
weird
the
for
head of a
anyone to
model
wear.
shop of Florida wearing it.
Yeah.
It's weird that
I-
exists.
I think that's probably the only copy of the shirt that was ever purchased was the one that is in the Ryan Wood household.
Thank you.
I would love it. I just don't think the world would love it. Or they would. One of the two.
Wear
I
it
am
proudly.
being good.
I'd either be very popular or very unpopular.
I am
It's
being
50-50.
Wear it
very good.
proudly.
I am being
Brace
very
the
good.
plebe.
You can get your photo with the giant Fleebnork.
I do. I'm on
It's a
that. I
photo
like
op
it.
waiting to happen. It's a
Will that be coming to Atlanta Brick Con?
I mean, I could bring it.
Well, don't bring
It's
it
a-
yet, 'cause
it's
I
a
don't
big-
know.
The story there.
have Fleebnork will travel. It's quality. It's quality.
Next he's going to make a shirt that said, I kissed a Fleebnork and I liked it.
Somewhere around here, I have a gold Fleebnork.
I have one too, but it's
Ooh.
slightly different because the metallics are different.
Yeah, mine's chromed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one of the. I have a gold chrome one somewhere around here. I don't know what I did with it though.
Oh, we don't worry about being weird, battery powered bricks. We already know we're weird. It's just about the level of weirdness that we're that we make people comfortable around us in human civilian life.
That we're allowed
This-
to stay on streaming media.
Yeah.
I mean, we started talking about colonoscopies, and you would have figured we would have gone up from there,
This comes back.
but it just
It just kept going downhill. Hey, stop sending me the emails if you don't want me here. Don't come at halftime and expect to play, Chris. Come on, man.
Well, I mean, in your defense, Emily, he keeps inviting all of us back. So
true.
That's true.
It's true.
he's already a glutton for punishment.
And we got him to 600 subscribers.
Exactly.
You may have lost a couple today. So.
Did you know that the little cat ears from the Gabby's Crate House will actually fit onto a mushroom?
I don't. Is that a euphemism? At this point, I don't even know.
No,
What?
it's not you. It's the cat ears from Gabby's whatever house, and it actually fits on the mushroom head.
How are you doing that? Is it poked in? Is there a hole in there?
There's a little hole in the top, just like for tiaras and whatever, and the little cat ears fit right on it.
That is adorable. And what's underneath that? The Gabby Dollhouse cat?
Nope. It's the little dreamlings, the dreamlings from the dream sets.
Okay,
with the
everything that
mushroom.
you've done right there, I love so much.
Yeah, it's too cute to. It's so much
It's
cuteness
so
going on
cute.
at one time. It's awesome.
Is that the mushroom from the latest collectible minifigures?
Yes,
Mhm.
which
Which
putting
still
them on
have not
the
hit the West
dreamlings
Coast.
is just Meredith is building an army of them. She's up to I think 20 mushrooms. So
Good
yeah,
Lord.
Hey, that's a question. Are your Walmarts carrying the collectible figs, or is it just the Targets?
I've
Walmart
seen
is.
them at our WalMarts, but the Targets have been more plentiful.
Okay.
For me, Walmart has been. They actually got a new load of them the other day, and that's where I got the Batlord from. So
Where,
Our
Sure.
Walmarts and Kmart's or Walmarts and Targets don't even carry them.
where are
Right.
you seeing them, Dana? Where are you seeing them in the stores? Are they in the Lego aisle or on
Both. Both the
Best Buy.
checkout lines and also in the Lego aisle.
I never checked the checkout line. I should do that.
Yeah.
yeah,
even
our
seen them in
Walmart
the-
have them on the shelf.
I've even seen them in the self-checkout aisle in Target. So yeah.
Our Walmarts have yet to carry them up here.
And if you aren't aware, and this is my public service announcement, if you download the app called Brick Search and you scan the bottoms of the collectible minifigure boxes, as long as it's got the larger QR code, not the small QR code, it will tell you what's in the box.
And apparently there have been some new codes added. The Brick Search, I guess Lego produced another round of figures, and
Okay.
the QR codes had changed. But
Ooh.
Brick Search is trying to keep on top of it. So if you have one that doesn't scan, let them know, because then they can add it in if you can tell them what it
That's
is.
cool.
Type thing.
Oh, interesting.
So
And I'm hoping that the smaller barcode was like a first round thing, and that they don't continue with that, and they go with the
yeah, we
larger
can
one.
hope.
I'm hoping they realize that it was stupid to go away from the bags and just go back to them.
Sadly, I don't think that's going to happen.
I
but I'm
don't
right there
either.
with you.
Hey, what do you guys think? Can we talk about the change of the Pick-a-Brick cups to the paper?
I'm all over it. I think it's great.
It has, honestly, I fit so much more in the square one. Where did it even go? Oh, it's all the way over there.
Yeah.
I fit so much more in the, now you got those cups though, dude.
They'll be collectible items soon.
My
will be.
store
They
said
will be.
February 1st they would no longer take the cups anymore.
Well, you're gonna have a hard time drinking out of the box like you do the cup, though. That's
Yeah,
gonna be
wine in a
problem.
box, same thing.
Yeah, I won't be able to drink out. Yes, yeah, but
Just
I
put a-
am
Put a
also not
Ziploc bag
one,
inside, stick a straw in it,
yeah.
you know, just
I'm
for
not
old
one to
time's
like.
sake.
I don't stack the bricks like people do. I just throw them in and hope that I've been okay. But now I think I will take the time to stack. I don't know, man. It's
Well,
it depends
I'm
what
actually
how much
interested
time
to
you
see.
have, you know, it depends.
I'm actually interested to see how they get really. You got to close the box. They've been pretty gracious with us in the cups. You know what I'm saying? That lid kind of touches all 3/4 of the round. Yeah, they'll take that.
right.
Yeah.
The box will be a little more showy on that. So,
And I tend to bet that they will probably be a little less giving on the box, because the reason, those lids were kind of tough to close to begin with, where now you got a flat top. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll still tape it for you because they taped it They taped
Well,
one of
they have
mine,
a sticker. They've got a sticker that looks like a
Yeah.
lock.
and it like it was doing this.
It's a little bowed.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was doing that a little bit. But you got to be able to close the two flaps that go in on the side. Is the
Oh.
hard part.
We're old
My
Gray Bricks.
flaps did not fit, and they just slapped that sticker on there and let me go.
And your flaps were just flapping. You just let your flaps just flap all over.
It
the
is old
place?
Gray
Wow.
Going
It
south,
was
I can
wind.
feel it.
It was mowed out like my belly after Thanksgiving. I mean,
You are a hardy man.
We're old Gray Bricks. I feel like you can like complain. You can like raise a fuss now. We're like at that age where you could probably like throw a fit and you're like, just calm down, sir. Calm down.
I don't
Bro,
know where
grabbing
I
your-
am.
the people at the store
Have you
know
seen
me
my
pretty well.
daughter?
So I come over with it overflowing, and I'm like, "Am I going to be allowed to leave this way?" And they were like, "Don't tell anybody. I'm just going to take it."
That's how much.
Again,
Please fill out the survey.
I've said it once. I'll say it 1,000 times. Befriend your Lego store employees.
100%.
100%.
That's true. Although Dana, I think. he
Oh,
is-
wait. Let's not go there. Let's.
All right, this is a good spot to stop because it's awkward. Anyway, have a great night, everybody.
was the
Be kind
awkward
to your
spot.
neighbor. Do what? I don't know what you said. Be awesome and build awesome, everybody. Have